ready? I was ready.
B.W.O. 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 Brothers with opinions, now we spreading the word. In this world, things get hard cause we've been blinded by ignorance, man. Fear the unknown to progress is a hindrance. Silence is consent, so let your voices be heard. Man, we brothers with opinions, now we spreading the word. Bringing light to the dark, revolution is an art. Man, a lot of people talk, but they ain't never walked apart. Gotta shine a light on poverty and fight against injustice. And always speak the truth when the enemies are
It's the kickoff. Well, I guess it's kickoff Sunday, the 29th. Countdown to 3 more days left in this so-called year because they like to start it in January, which is kind of weird, but we'll move that to another day. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what time it is, man. It's the best Sunday starter y'all can get with if it ain't in church, and that's how y'all feel religiously. But guess what? It's Wayne, Tony, Chris, and as usual, our brother Zeb will join us when he can. We have a special guest on later on, Don Johnson, the one and only. And we'll talk about some things like immigration and Trump, things you guys like to talk about, but don't really like to give us feedback on.
Let's go West Virginia because we missed West Virginia last week. All right, we don't want to leave West Virginia out, so we're going boys high school basketball.
Spring Mill's number 1 in the state?
Dude, I didn't have enough time, and I didn't look that up. But Spring Mills might be number 1 in the state. I didn't see Spring Mills though on any games last week. So anyway, what I got, there's tons of games, so we'll highlight some games. So Musselman lost to St. Albans 74-67. Hedgesville defeated Mountain Ridge 69-24, and Hampshire lost to Hoover 62-28. And that was, I believe, Monday. It was sometime this week. Because then New Hampshire played together, they were on Friday, and they beat Independence out of Ashburn, 52-36. And then Martinsburg played, but scores missing. So then Jefferson lost to Heritage High School, 55-39. Man, there's a lot of West Virginia schools playing each other.
That's Heritage out of Leesburg?
I was just noticing that little trend.
Yeah. There's a lot of them playing.
Just not Hanley and Martinsburg.
Mm-hmm. And then where's that one school?
But that's how you get yourself ready for the season, though, man. When you start playing schools like that.
Yep, you're right. I mean, they're playing something because Heritage is they're good. Right? I'm thinking of Meridian, but Heritage I think is pretty decent too. So that's the West Virginia scores I got. All right, so on to Virginia, I guess, / West Virginia, because Wayne was noticing a theme there. Some of them were playing each other.
Right.
So, so you had the Hanley boys defeated Stanton. Well, let me start earlier in the week. On Monday, Clarke County lost to Millbrook 71-38. There wasn't very many boys games, I noticed.
This is the holidays.
Yeah, they didn't play very many games. And then you had what did I just say? Hanley defeated Stanton yesterday. What, 65 to
75-58?
Yeah, 75. There you go. 75-58. I'm all backward. I'm getting dyslexic. So then so that was your boys, pretty much all your boys scores.
No, Skyline.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, because we went to Skyline. I can't miss that one. Because Skyline defeated Central in a very close game. That was a good one. Mm-hmm. I know. I was surprised. Hey, I was surprised Central hung in there. I'll have to give it to them boys. So that score was 55-47. That was back and forth, 8-10 lead changes probably. That was a good game.
It was pretty much like a one-possession game back and forth for a good 5-6 minute stretch, and then somehow it was just a couple key turnovers for Skyline that they got, and they pretty much sealed the game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then Chris will mention Loudoun County and stuff because you said we don't mention them. Loudoun County lost to Unity Reed 63-61. Whoever Unity Reed is.
Yeah, never heard of that school.
Never heard of them. And then Independence beat Fauquier 68-66. So, man, Independence must have really fell off. Their basketball team, I let Hanley scrimmage them a few years ago. They were good.
Probably lost some key players to
They seem like
college.
they fell off a little bit.
It's possible.
Yeah. So, but that's a lot of your local, schools scores. Just highlight some of them there. So now we don't want to forget about the girls. All right. So Clarke County lost to Washington Liberty out of Arlington 62-42. Is a Clarke County girl.
But they played a team from Arlington, Virginia?
Yes. 62.
Yeah.
They lost 62-40. That was Thursday night. And then the Sharando girls, we saw them win. This was Friday.
Yeah.
They beat Central 36-26. And then Clarke County girls lost again to Thomas Jefferson 53-48. So they're playing big, like out of the Alexandria.
So Clarke County girls, they must be pretty decent, man. If
they got 3
teams
losses
like that on their schedule, though.
They won states 2 years ago.
Yeah, it'll make like what you just
and
said.
That young girl's still on the team, beast.
It'll make them ready for when playoffs come around, playing these tough teams that they'll see probably in the playoffs.
Right.
Once they get to states and stuff. So
Hanley beat Glass out of Lynchburg.
I was about to say, I was like, hey, but I'm not done with Friday yet. So Skyline girls defeated Buffalo Gap 46-27.
Where's Buffalo Gap? West
Virginia? Skyline is tough. Them girls can ball. They're good.
Yeah, they got Carson and Diamond in them on the team.
Yeah, they're aggressive. They're good. I bet they could give Hanley girls
and
a run for
I'm telling you, it's like multiple of them though. It's not like it's just a 1-2 punch. I wonder if they play. Did Skyline? I bet they do. I bet Skyline they play. I bet we gotta look at Hanley and Skyline.
Yeah,
they probably do
because the boys play. So, all right. So finishing up Saturday, Millbrook lost to Avonworth 57-48. And then Clarke County girls bounced back and won 52-18 over Fairfax.
They smoking, but they're still city schools. I'm surprised Clarke County being the small school they are, playing them big city schools like that. That's lit.
So they played a team out of Arlington, then they turned around and played
out of Fairfax.
Fairfax. But you said they lost to somebody else, Thomas
Jefferson, and they're
so
in
those are three
Richmond
tough schools that they matched themselves up with. But like you said, it's just getting them ready for that run, man.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just keep a close eye on Clarke County girls throughout the year, like we do on all sports in the area anyway. But
yeah, we know they're always usually tough. But I'm telling you what, though, I'm impressed with that Skyline girls team.
Yeah, they're very impressive. But if Clarke County does play Hanley, man, I'm gonna try to get to that and watch the girls game.
Oh, that they do?
I said if they do this year, I'm gonna try to make it.
Gotcha.
I got to check the schedule and see if Clarke County plays Hanley girls. Because Hanley's got they got some good ballers.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be a good matchup.
They got Reagan Edsel.
Mm-hmm.
I watched her yesterday before the boys game. She is everywhere, like especially defensively. Like that's how she gets a lot of. I mean, she anticipates. Pat gets tons of steals.
She has a lot of D1 schools already coming for her.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I heard she had a
junior.
I heard she already had a visit with Providence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she can play. I'll just say this though. I'll critique her game. She needs to work on that left hand. Just put that out there, Ray. Did you finish it with that left hand?
I thought, was her sister left-handed?
Mm-mm.
Both of them were right-handed? Mm-hmm. I could have sworn one of them was left-handed. But...
No.
Okay.
But you know me, I pay attention to details. She goes, I'm just saying this. I'll tell the coach, like she goes left, she can't make. It's like a finger roll with it. But she goes right, she finishes every time.
Oh, yeah.
It's high.
You're talking to a former point guard. I know. You got to be able to use the left and the right, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, in basketball, period. But yeah, I mean, Hanley girls are still winning. I don't think they haven't lost a game yet. They're undefeated still, right?
Hanley?
No, they lost the game.
I think they lost.
Who'd they lose to?
Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah, they did. They did lose one.
I think they only had one loss.
Yeah, they got one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they lost earlier, like one of their first 2 or 3 games.
Was it Huguenot?
It might have been. It was somebody. I can't remember, but yeah, they got
I
one
think it
more.
was on the road, man, because the boys was playing at home.
Mm-hmm. You could be right. It could have been Huguenot.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, moving on. That's our school sports. If y'all got anything else to say, any shout outs to any local kids or anything. Yeah, I was expecting Zayden Burks to get a dunk, but it didn't happen. So now we're gonna move on.
You said Will hit like 10 threes yesterday.
Dude, he hit like he must have been 6 for. I don't even think he missed a three. 6 for 6, 7 for
That's why he got
7,
the green light.
something for like that. Yeah, it was crazy. Hey, the thing is, man, that boy can shoot. Yeah, I don't get like why do you leave that boy open when you're another cut? Like somebody needs to be. You could tell at the beginning of the game, he got his open looks and everything, and then finally, the coach after a few, well, I'd say midway through, for finally, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna put somebody on, like, and chase him. It's like,
Well,
were you watching film or anything? Like, you know who this is out here? You know what I mean? Hold on.
yeah, man, but my thing is like it falls back on coaching. Like it takes nothing away from Will as a player, but if you're the visiting team playing against them, then you got to come up with a game plan of how are we going to keep the ball out of his hands? Because obviously he doesn't bring it up the floor a lot, so he's running off of screens. So you got to come up with a better defensive plan to shut him down from coming off those screens and getting the ball, man. Like you just got to figure out a way to do it.
So, all right, everybody, we're back. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but now we have our guest Don Johnson on with us, one of Chris's co-workers, good friends, I'll say. So, Don, introduce yourself, I guess, and let's just get going on this immigration here. What's on your mind about that?
Well, hey, everybody, I'm from Harlem, New York, born in, like, as you said, I work with Steve. He's a great guy, and I definitely want to touch on it. I think it's getting a lot of newsworthy attention lately. Um, Things is getting a little bit as getting closer to Trump being in office, as far as I could see, like their plans, their agendas, and just the suspicious things that just seem to be happening. Just like the subway fires, we just had another one on Friday. So it just seems like it's a lot of things to kind of move his agenda forward, try to um, make it possible. But I don't see these migrants leaving without a fight or any, I don't think I don't think it's going to be as easy as they think it's going to be.
Mm,
Honestly,
yeah. So now, are you an immigrant? I gotta throw it. I don't know. Are you an immigrant? Maybe, possibly. Let's just. He's like, no. I wonder why is this
no,
why is this way so heavily on your heart? Let's say that.
um, well, I live in the neighborhood where a lot of migrants have moved in.
Hmm.
I've been on 116, and I've seen a rapid increase of, African migrants, and just being in New York, period, you just see them everywhere. It's just like, and it's, I don't have any issue with helping people, but, I just think, the United States is doing it backwards. There's a lot of people here that need help, and you're helping, it's just a funny situation to me that I just feel like, we're doing a lot for others when there are a lot of people here that's struggling. We have vets that's homeless, and, you can't get Medicaid, and you just seen with the CEO what happened, because it's just our
Hmm.
insurance sucks. Like it's just a lot, and it's just, I feel like y'all helping a lot of other people when we have our own problems here that we need to take care of first. And for you to think
Yeah.
you're just going to deport these people now that they're here, and now that they've tasted the freedom that we gave them and everything, I don't think it's going to go that easy. think it's going to be.
Yeah, everybody's just not going to be willing to get on a bus or whatever and go.
Right, but the United States willing to help like other people, it's to me, it's got to be benefiting them somehow, or they wouldn't do this. You see what I'm saying? They're basically saying, screw our American citizens, but we're helping immigrants live better than we do in our own country. So it's got to somehow be benefiting our government somehow. Could be cost of living. It could be labor. It could be through numerous things. I would guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all part of the
Like
design, man, the
it is.
system. You
Yeah,
already
it is
know
the
there's
cheaper agenda.
tacticals to all this stuff they're doing. They wouldn't just bring all these people from prisons and everywhere else from other countries and drop them off in New York and Chicago for no reason.
Right.
All this stuff is designed for a reason that's bigger than what most of us is going to understand or realize. But trust me, it's a bigger thing going to happen down the road with all this stuff. And they're going to fight. They're not going to go out. They're not scared of nobody. They not from here, and they was already in prisons and stuff. They'll be like, what? Like Don said, yeah, we in the streets. Like, we free to do what we want right now. We definitely not going back to where we just came from.
Yeah, I agree, man. I feel like they always have a plan intact.
Yeah, but it's a bigger plan than that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So
They always say build the enemy from within. Trust me, there's a lot of shit going on.
Mm-hmm. So just
and a lot, like I said, just like with this migrant that just happened, burning up the lady on the subway. We just had another incident the other day, like this the second one. So like, what are y'all trying to do? Like, are y'all really trying to like to get these to make the agenda that like we really need to push the migrants out, but it's not gonna go down like I don't. It's just it's confusing because you let them all in, but now you want to push them all out.
right.
So it's just like
Now all the burnings that is that more like I didn't really get detailed. Was that like a protest? The
oh
people
no, it
or
was
like they were
a
set on.
migrant. A migrant guy set a woman on the train on fire while she was sleeping, and then Friday they found another person burnt up on 34th Street.
Damn,
It's crazy, man.
they're getting wild.
Yeah, but somebody in Queens burned himself on the train.
Also burned himself.
Yeah, so there's also another part to this that could be it's rituals that's going on, and
Yeah,
people are
that's
burning
what.
themselves, and the
Mm-hmm.
city's using it to blame people that are so-called migrants to make it seem like, all right, now they're going to get all the American people behind them. Yep, get them the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But they might not even be the ones doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, we never know the truth, man. There's so many lies they've told us our whole lives. That's why I'm always like, man, question everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they practice a lot of rituals that we don't even really know about. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know what they're really practicing because when they're practicing this,
Or what their whole agenda is, because like I've always heard, like they're thinking 10 years ahead. So what we're already talking about here, they've
Yeah.
already thought of and is already in the works of their plan. So it's like it's a bigger picture than we're
Mm-hmm.
seeing.
Yeah.
But it's just good that we're able to notice it nowadays with social media and podcasters and people talking and communicating instead of being stuck in your own bubble. You're able to at least get more knowledge now. So
Right. And
like me personally, I don't even think that it's the year of 2024. Like, I mean, that's the kind of guy I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what they've told us. You know what I'm
here
saying?
we go.
So we won't get off topic with it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. They feed us a lot of stuff that, is that kind of brainwashes you, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you believe a lot of things that they say because they constantly say these things.
Right.
So
what is going on in your all's area, like New York, where you guys are at? Is there like a lot of protesting going on or anything like that?
It's no protesting. It's just wildlife.
Well, I mean, hey, so I was wondering, like,
I didn't live here in the 80s and 90s like Don did.
the protests or
With
whatever.
issues, the crack epidemic eras and all that. But right now, they're just unleashing so much wild, crazy fucking people in these streets. Like everywhere you go, it's like some random act of some somebody bugging out doing extra shit out here. That's all I can
Yeah.
speak on. It's like extra, and you don't know what to do except for keep your head on a swivel because you're gonna see some extra shit. The police don't give a fuck about nothing no more. It's cool because we can just smoke weed and walk around, but at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about too much anything now.
Yeah,
Which
and that's
is
what I mean
sad.
by like the whole agenda. Like, that goes back all the way to COVID. Like when they let all of the insane mental people out of the jails and just releasing people and then lowering the laws on crimes. Like it was just a lot that they were doing building up to whatever is coming, and with Trump being back in office and him having the majority of the House, the Senate, and the Supreme Court is just really scary what he can implement and put into place that they've already been working towards.
Right. And
Yeah.
I've noticed there's a lot of immigrants trying to, get across that border before inauguration. So, I mean, it's gonna be kind of interesting to see how many get across. You know what I mean, in the coming weeks.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, look for a whole bunch of more shenanigans down the road, man. Like, I mean, this is probably just the beginning of it.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
come when Trump is officially put into office, it's going to be scary. Now, you didn't vote for Trump, did you? I just put that out there.
Oh, no, I did not.
Oh, I figured. I'm just messing with you. But in New York, what we got, speaking of immigrant, you have, it's not just because I bring this up to you guys on our Zoom call, everybody just thinks Hispanics, but I mean, you have,
I have African immigrants around where
yeah,
I live. I
yeah,
have an influx of them. So that's what I mean. Like, but I see the Hispanics around being in New York, but my area majority is Africans.
yeah. See, yeah. So everybody just thinks, Hispanics, but I mean, you got,
They're from Germany, from Italy,
they're
from
everywhere,
all them white too. Most of them
So
Yeah,
came.
but it's because my question is, who does he want to get rid of? Remember when I said which race I get everybody does he want to get rid of? We know that. I mean, right? No, but I mean, I'm just trying to look a little deeper into it. Like, is he going to get rid of from Germany, like Chris said,
I
if
think
they came over, or
I'm thinking it's any and all. Like, I
really?
mean, his
You think?
favorite
yeah.
his favorite line is "Let's make America great again."
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
So, with
But you
those
got to
words
answer
being
this question. Well, when the hell was America great? What time frame?
Good point.
I mean, when I hate to say it, when Caucasians were pretty much in control of everything, bro.
hmm
Everything. That's what they consider America great, man. They owned it all. And anybody that
Yeah,
tried
that
to
was,
build something up,
oh,
they shot them down, man. We know about plenty of things that happened back in the day, like a whole entire black community being burned down, commercial and residential. I mean,
hmm
they eliminate people, man, so they can stay on top, man.
hmm
Yeah,
yep.
you're right. I mean,
And that's why I was just telling Chris, I think the other day, that's why we don't have anybody really as a leader or forefront of anything, because they killed all the leaders in the 60s, which scared people. Like nobody wants
Mhm.
to, be
But
that stage after you done assassinated everybody that was trying to make a change and speak up and say something. It's like, so it's, like I said, it's always an agenda that they have. Like,
of course,
Yep.
it's a tactic. It's almost like
mhm.
being a police officer, man. It's like we'll never have MLKs again, man. Like because like Don just said, people are scared, man.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
They
I've
don't
always
want to jump out there because they know and seen what's happened to people that try to jump out there. So
hmm
I mean, it's kind of hard to have leaders like that again, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
But who is worthy and wants to put their life on the line for it? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
hmm Because everybody talks a good talk, but then nobody steps up.
This is a part of us giving back to the
hmm
people that created a lot of things for black people and other races. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, somebody's got to jump out there.
Well, my whole thing
yeah.
is speaking of immigrants built this country.
Of course.
Like go back to like the Chinese helped build the railroad out what is it called? I forget.
They brought this here to
Pacific.
railroad, the underground
Yeah,
railroad.
but
And then they
but
dressed up as Native Americans and ran up on them and murdered them
mhm.
and
But
made,
you know what I'm getting at is
made them
immigrants built this
native.
country, the foundation of this country. But who takes credit for it?
Yeah.
Right? So built a lot, and I mean, basically the whole country, and they still do.
Yeah.
But
They're like our best
they want to
workers. You know what I mean? I mean, honest, be honest, they are.
dominate every single piece of land on the planet.
Mhm.
That's their objective.
Yeah,
They want for all of it. They
Yep.
already took this country for what, 400 years ago. They took it over.
Mhm.
And you notice on a lot of public schools around the country, man, like they don't really teach that in schools, like the immigration part and the actual physical
No.
history that has occurred and stuff. So, I mean, that's not helping anything either, man. Like, because a lot of these people don't even know the history of this world, man.
Mhm.
yeah. Yep.
That's
And they're and kids are not getting any smarter and learning anything with the technology that they have at their hands. You know, we're supposed to be getting smarter with the knowledge that we have, but people are just getting dumber because
Yeah.
we're not learning anything. Nobody is really guiding and teaching. We just, you learn from what you have in your phone or on your laptop, tablet, or whatever, and it's scary.
most kids
But it's
these
kind
days,
of
yeah,
hard
they
for them to learn though, because like you said, they're either in their phones. Most of them's on Fortnite. Like,
TikTok
don't
for
nobody want to pick a book up and
Fortnite.
no kind of research, man. So
Mhm.
you got to educate yourself, man.
Well,
Well, some of the guys on this call have little kids in school. They ain't learning.
hey, mine's is learning.
Math.
Hey, he's good. Hey, he's great at math, man. I'll tell you. For being said, that boy, he is.
That's
So
the most
hopefully it
important
stays that.
subject.
Yeah. So I've had three sons, and the thing is, they do great in like elementary, middle, and then it's like once they get to high school, it's like, all right, keep this momentum. It's like I was the same way. It's like keep that same energy once you get to high school, and don't fall in all them peer pressures and everything. That's yeah, you got to try to keep them on once they get older, them teen years.
Hmm.
I'm not preteen here now anymore, middle school. So, but yeah, they doing good.
And they ain't
But
learning.
huh?
Do they know about the stuff we talking about right now? I bet he wouldn't know where he's from.
Who? My
Your
my
kids, they
kids?
know their whole backgrounds. You got teachers.
No. I mean, I try to
Look,
talk to them and stuff about this, but all they know, they can say they don't like Trump. They don't like Trump. They know that much, which
but
is
that
good.
has nothing to do with their background.
Well, yeah, their background. Well, they know their background.
Mine do, Chris. They go to Mexico.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah, with his kids. So they know their backgrounds, though.
Yeah, they know their family, their
Yeah.
culture.
That's good. So
I bet.
Zeb, what's your opinion on this?
What
This
I
whole immigration. I know you got stuff to say because it touches close to your household.
yeah, but it's like at what point do you cut it off though? Like you're talking about the history of this country, but like right now, at
Hmm.
what point do you stop letting people in? Because there's no country in the world that lets people in. It's only us. We're the only ones that do it.
Because
So
it's
I mean, at what
it's
point
a
do you stop?
corporation.
Because I see it like this. We don't take care of our own people, but we're taking
Yeah,
care
that's
of
how.
people from other countries. Like, at what point do you stop?
I mean, good question. I mean, Don brought that up earlier before you got you. Same thing. Good
I don't
point.
know. I don't have the answers.
I
It's
mean,
just a
I
question. I
I, I
want to
don't
know.
either. Like, it's just something so people just coming in and like you say, we've always been that way. This country. Yeah, until now it's like what, like you say, where does it stop?
Well,
Yeah, but you talking
we
about
continue
back
to
in the
do it.
day,
But
it wasn't so many people. Now there's 350 million people in the United States. You're talking back when it was like 100 million. Like, at
right.
what point do you stop?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it's whenever the greed stops, man. Because
Like I said,
Well,
we
is
have
it
problems.
strict?
We
Is
have
it?
vets that served this country and gave us the reason that we can live the freedoms that we can live, and they are homeless and they can get like basic health care, people who work, all their lives are, struggling. There's no American dream that you're willing to still, you know, put give it other people from a different country when people here are struggling and we're trying to make it work, and it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then you add like Ukraine into that. Like we're taking care of other people and neglecting our own people. And I don't see a lot of other countries doing that. It seems like other countries, they put their people first with what they can do with the resources they have.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
But that's because they're all countries. This is not a country. Everybody in this fucking country is from another place. We're all immigrants. We're all transplants. And this is just a big business, man. They use everybody here for money. Taxes is made up. Most countries don't have it. I'm telling you, there's so much more to it than we think. They stole this whole land. They killed everybody and stole the land. They brought people over here from Africa and everything else and made them do all the work, which is why they're the best athletes and shit right now. White people be mad about that, but that's that's true. Well, they did all the work. This country, y'all made all the money because y'all sat back and ain't do nothing. But now some of y'all be just kind of slow and chubby and shit, can't really run. But this is the truth. This is a big business, man. They stole the land, and they're using all this stuff against the people in the Middle East and making it look like they're doing things to this country when they're not, so that we can back this war and go against all their countries, take over that land because of what? Y'all already know. They want all the oil. They want all the oil and all that money. There's bigger pictures of that. They dominated this place. It's a corporation, man. The capital of this so-called United States is not even in none of the states.
Right.
It's called the District of Columbia, dog. I'm telling you, there's a whole lot of stuff to it. We're out here voting. This shit don't matter. These dudes are handpicked, man. I'm telling you.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Ain't nobody going back because ain't none of us from here.
Go ahead, Wayne.
Nah, like I said, in one word, it sums it up. It's greed, man. That's all it is.
Well, that's always been this
and
country.
greed is one of the 7 deadliest sins, man. So,
right.
I mean, we can get deep, but I'm just saying,
We'll get deep.
It's greed. That's why it won't stop, man.
Yeah.
Well, what's that song y'all always play in the morning on the way to work with y'all's coffees? Y'all be playing that. Everybody wants to rule the world. That's the real shit, though.
No, I play So Fresh and So Clean. That's how I wake up to my mornings.
Nah, y'all know everybody do want to run the world, man, and rule the world. Trust me. I don't, but people want to, and they're evil, so they're willing to do any and everything they have to make it happen. And all these people work together. They're elites.
Well, yeah, but that's the question. Like Zeb was saying, and Don's touched on, is like why do we always help other countries?
Because
because we're all from other countries.
Because it benefits those elite people when they do that kind of stuff, man. So that's where I keep saying that word greed, man. As long as it keeps benefiting them, they're going to keep bringing it in.
They say war is profit. But
yeah,
like when we're in a conflict, they're making money.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the sad thing.
I bet you 95% of Americans couldn't point where Ukraine was at on the map. What is our interest? Like, really, what is our interest over there that we're sending billions and trillions of dollars over there for because of Russia? Like, it's bigger than what y'all trying to presume. And then when Trump gets into office, what's going to happen? Because him and Putin are best friends. So what's going to happen? We just sent trillions of dollars for them to just now come to a truce, or what? Like, what's going to happen now? Like, we sent all this money. Trump is going to get into office. We know the war is going to stop once he gets in office somehow, some way, because him and Putin is, they're buddy. So what's going to happen? All that money that y'all then sent over there, y'all could have helped the people here.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a waste.
You're right. But I mean, aren't most wars a waste?
There's no war that's good.
Yeah.
Never been one war and be like, yeah, that was a good one.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy, man. It's a game to them.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like a game of Risk.
We're all just pawns and players to them, man. And they will use us however they want. That's why I get what y'all be saying sometimes. Oh, when do we stop allowing people in and this and that? But then that would be the same thing as in your own towns, communities, and cities. When new people move in, that means nobody should be able to move in. They wasn't here.
I
So
mean,
you shouldn't have all these new people need to build new schools and shit because it ain't no new people coming. But everybody ain't gonna stay at home. That means everybody that's from that community is supposed to stay there then, right? That means they don't go nowhere else.
Yeah.
If not, you're always gonna have immigration. And it doesn't mean from a whole nother country. You can be an immigrant from one city to the next.
Well, don't y'all have it like that in like Jew communities in New York? Like they really don't leave their like community. They have their own schools, their own school buses.
But those people run the world, man.
Oh yeah.
They
We know that
own
also.
everything up here. They run the world. And it's
Oh,
not all the Jews that's bad, it's the Zionists that's bad. And Biden, all I'm told you, they all Zionists.
And you notice they
You're
don't.
not even allowed to take a DNA test in Israel. And how crazy is that? You get arrested if you take a DNA test in Israel.
what?
Because they said
What?
they don't want nobody to know that because none of them's from there. They're all implants from Poland and Germany and other places, and they try to take over the world. They got all these young-minded people, and USA's giving them all this money. They are dominating the world. They infiltrated the USA. They own the government. They run this world. They run this world, and they're destroying everything.
Where'd you get that piece of information?
Yeah,
it's been going on forever.
Where's the source?
Yeah,
it's been going on forever. Y'all just do some research. Trust me. Hell yeah.
Oh, hey, I believe you.
But you never see like our government rolling through Jew communities and burning down their businesses
because they are Jew. They ran by the Jewish community.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at, bro. Like
that, it's over for that. You know what I mean? Like they run everything.
Oh, I guess you got a point.
Yeah, Tony, you come up here, you see they have their whole own communities everywhere, own schools, own school buses.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, there's like Latin communities and
no, none of them are like this. They have their own communities of everything is theirs and that's it.
Oh, like they're
the other communities are dominated by those cultures, but they're still everybody's allowed to be there.
Gotcha. Oh,
you can still, me and you and Wayne and Don and Tony can Zeb, we can just walk through there and hang out, go eat and everything. Not in their community, that's theirs.
Yeah, the whole community. It could be like fucking 4 to 6 blocks. They buying the whole thing.
Yeah, so they just have it all like run their own thing.
All of it's there.
Well, basically they're immigrants, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, of course.
So how they run everything?
Because of the shit that happened back in the day with Hitler, man, they get away with everything and they run everything.
The reparations that they collected from all that, I mean, they had enough money to build up.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
They run shit, man. I'm telling you, and you can't do nothing against them. If you talk about them, you get arrested and everything.
I don't know if y'all heard, like what earlier this year they found the tunnels under the ground that they were built.
Yeah, up here with bloody mattresses and everything.
Oh
yeah,
shit!
Like they're doing a lot. Like they have their own little community.
Like, see, that's
they
crazy,
were
man.
Like an underground, trafficking type tunnel ring thing that they found. Yeah.
Damn, that's news to me. I didn't know that. I thought it was just Diddy who had the tunnels.
They don't report all the news that happens too.
Well, of course, yeah,
because they run the news outlets.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We know we've spoken on all this in different ways, but yeah, they run everything. So pretty much all the evil that happens comes from these elites, and a lot of the people that run the shit or that make those biggest decisions are all Jew or Zionist Jews.
Interesting. I didn't know that. See, I learned something today. I didn't know I knew they had their.
They've been infiltrated the U.S. So most of the Congress and the Senate most of them are Zionist.
Damn. So now, question is: so Trump gets in. What do y'all predict that is going to happen? First,
my first legitimate answer: anything.
Would you say anything?
Yeah,
anything.
I mean, I don't know, man. Just be prepared.
He takes over on when, the 20th?
Well, yeah, it's I want to say it's, but I always have the 6 on my mind. We all know what happened that day. But yeah,
they're throwing all these certain dates out there, like certain things is going to happen on certain dates. And I mean, like Beyonce's performance at the halftime show the other day. At the end, when all that was over, it had the number in straight red, 1-14-25. I don't know what's going to happen on that day, but that number popped up.
Huh.
And then Chris gave me another date. What day did you say, Chris?
February 20th, 2031.
What's that supposed to be?
If you ask Alexa, she'll say that ask Alexa what happens on that day. And this voice, AI voice, but who made it? She says the United States will no longer exist.
Wow.
So they give warnings and shit, but you know what I mean? Most people just think shit's a joke or a hoax.
Mm-hmm.
We'll never know because they also love to make all of us live in fear our whole life too. That's how they control us.
Yeah,
They control us for making us live in fear.
I love fucking with my Alexa, man, because when I ask her who she worked for, she always say Amazon built her. That's the answer I get every time.
Amazon, jeez.
It's
talking
weird,
about running the world. Amazon does.
Yeah, because those people run it. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and Jeff Bezos, those dudes are evil as fuck. And they got so much money. They pay everybody to do whatever they want.
Right.
Apple
and Trump is
intelligence.
basically showing you the people that he's put in the office. Like, what's her name? Vince McMahon's wife as the head of the board of the so school, but like you're putting people who are business people. You're not putting politicians, or you're putting people who are corporate people in positions of power. You're telling people this is a corporation. It's not a country.
Exactly.
This is a corporation.
Yep.
Basically, he's letting us know what it is. We just have to, like you said, Anthony. We just have to be prepared.
Yeah, they're giving us all the messages and clues. We just got to figure the puzzle out. You know what I'm saying? And that'll let you know what's about to happen, what's about to go down.
Yeah. Any of y'all think they're going to try to implement martial law?
Jeez.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
What?
It's a very high
How easy would you guys, as grown men, conform to that?
Would I?
Hey, how easy did everybody conform to the vaccination? That's all I'm going to say. That was their step right there.
Once they proved it right there. How many sheep there are.
Now they can be like, we can implement things and they will follow. That's it. Like, once people went with that, you don't even hear about it. At one point, you had to go everywhere with a vaccination card. What happened to that?
It's over now. Next experiment coming.
Like, it's just like you made people take this vaccine, and it's like, for what? Just for you to see if we would do it, if we were sheep, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's a good point. I say it's like you don't even need you did need a card or something when you got it to show. And
man, you needed a mask. You needed to stand 6 feet away from people.
Yeah. Oh, it was wild times. It was crazy.
People couldn't even visit their family. I know people was like, I ain't seen my grandma or my grandkids since they was born. I'm like, what the fuck? 2 years ago they was born. I'm like, damn. But yeah, now it's all over because the next experiment's coming. But don't be surprised if they don't try to implement martial law.
I mean, martial law would just be population control, man. That's when the militants, they come out, they start enforcing rules and laws throughout the streets. And man,
yeah, that means
don't want that.
And everybody else y'all know in the military, they gonna come in the streets against their own families and friends and be like, shut the fuck up and get in your house or whatever they want to say. I don't believe that, man.
But there's other countries that already do that, man. Like,
tons of them.
My brother Zeb would tell you about Mexico, man.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's crazy, man.
It's soldiers. They don't really have people skills, man. Like, they'll do what they want.
Yeah, I mean, like, you got basically the police over there riding around with like 6 officers on the back, AK-47s. They're ready to gun down civilians, man.
Oh yeah.
The wrong move, you're getting gunned down, man.
They're 100 times worse than the police.
It's because all these people in all the militaries are brainwashed.
Well, they're taught to fight, to kill for combat. So
they're gonna people. They're gonna
It's not good.
Come kill Aunt Susie and cousin Larry because they just like fuck it. I don't care. I run for the military. Nah, man. You know how they gonna do it?
Because
They
you
gonna
got
have them
another
fucking
nigga.
AI robots. They gonna have the AI robots come, and there's nothing we can do.
Oh, shit. They
They're not trained
They've been
to
warning people for
to
years.
you
Like
know
Don, you said it. They've been way
distinguish
ahead of us. They 10,
innocent.
20 years ahead of our mind thinking.
go ahead, Don.
Yeah, like what we're talking about now, they're already on to another already project and already started something already in work right now. Like it's
Yep.
already their plan is already in the work. Especially now that Trump is in office, and like I said, he has all the power to really. There's really nobody to stop him with any laws he wants to implement. Like they may act like it, but he owns the House and the Senate mostly, and he has the Supreme Court, which he did his first term. So
Yeah, he was already there, so now he's coming back to party.
He's
yeah,
coming back. Shit.
uh,
So is this the closest, I guess? I mean, Trump to me, he's a dictator. You know,
yeah,
like it's turning into a dictatorship, I feel, our country.
Of course.
So that's it. That's just him. He's power hungry. He would, you always compare him to Hitler, I feel. I mean, well, he wants to control everything.
So
yeah.
they're
But
gonna have to use
his
the
people to
military to get
control
everybody
him.
so-called immigrants out this country then.
Mm-hmm.
Which means they're gonna have to deploy the military into these streets.
Yeah, I mean that. Back to that,
Talking
the
about it.
topic.
He's talking about and that's what's going on. Like I said, the military is trained. Like I said, the military is trained for combat. They're trained to distinguish between civilian and they're trained to kill. Like we're coming in here to do what we need to do, this job. Like that's
Mhm.
what we're trained to do. Like
Yeah,
so, it's hard.
and that's the thing. Will they get
It is
like
hard,
we
man,
say,
because
how are they going to get them immigrants out? Like, what's their plan? Like you say, the
They're
military.
gonna have to kill and fight because a lot of them ain't going back like that. And they will. The
I
ones that's
agree.
here, that's
Yeah,
strapped and loaded, they will be ready for war.
because a lot of them where they came from,
you
they
ain't
came from a
gonna
fucking war zone.
Chris, I'm gonna tell you right now, you can have all the fucking gun arsenal you want in your house, man. You're not ready for them.
But they will fight them. That's what I'm saying. Like, and one thing
Oh,
I've always
I
said in my
agree.
If they
life,
bring the military
we've
martial
never
law
had a
through
war
these
in this
streets,
country like that since our lifetime, where people come here and try to fight with us.
Mhm.
bro, they're coming through with bulletproof tanks and shit, bro. You ain't got nothing on this shit, man.
Nah, the
Yeah, so we're
military
talking
would
about. But
clear
I'm
people
saying
out.
we're talking about our own army. So that means the people that we know that's in the military are gonna come here and fucking kill their own families and shit and say, "Shut the
Oh,
fuck up." You think that?
I mean, it's an order that you have to take. You're in that position.
So that's why I don't be respecting the military. Then I'm like, y'all gonna kill all your own people? Like I went to school with you. You know what I
They
mean? Like, yeah,
will.
get the hell out of here.
I'm pretty
But
sure they've done it numerous times that they've killed their own people.
so then,
They're
y'all might want to get
like,
ready.
like Don said, they're taught to be killers, bro.
Yeah, in the military, that's what you're taught.
So
Yeah.
what good does it to do to be like stay
If we
strapped up then if they gonna get us?
if we as militants say we got to get rid of Chris because he's a threat to what we're trying to do, we're going to kill you, Chris.
I know
We're getting rid of you.
they run right up in here right now. I ain't got nothing for them.
Yeah. I don't give a. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't give a damn how many grenades you got in your house, how many guns, AKs. Look, what they got is going to blow everything up.
Yeah, Wade's right.
It's going to blow everything up.
So when y'all
Windshield.
start seeing tanks and shit coming down them streets, get ready.
Get
When you see
ready to
tanks,
lock the doors.
hey man, when you see tanks, man,
I
it's
ain't going
judgment
out
day.
there.
It's judgment day for your ass. That's what it is.
Jeez.
Excuse my language, but I'm just saying, man. Like, let's be real about the situation, man.
So
Yeah.
how they gonna do it? Because they gonna have to take out their most scariest parts of what they think in the beginning. So what they gonna do? They gonna take out New York, LA, and Chicago and shit like that. They gonna have to, because if you start big, then you ain't got to worry about them
Why
small
not?
ass country towns.
Shit, they already tried to plot something with it with 9/11. I mean, come on,
Nah,
man.
that was Israel too. Israel
Nah.
did that.
Yeah.
That's the Zionists that did all that. They've had all this stuff in the works and the plans. That's why they did that and made people think some
Think
random
about this
people
for
from
1 second.
Afghanistan took over with planes. They didn't. Those Those wasn't even real planes. No plane, dude. We had like $2.3 trillion go missing the couple days before the 9/11 towers happened. All that stuff was planned. It was a cover up for everything, and they blamed it on the Middle East so they can go over there and fight. And we went right over there and fight all these innocent Afghanistans and people in Iraq and Iran, so that they can take over the land and get the oil. I'm telling you, all this shit is extra.
Yeah.
They gonna play their cards the way they want. So they have us fighting with each other while they continue to dominate.
Yeah, man. Listen,
Mhm.
with the whole 9/11 thing though, like you would have to be an experienced pilot to even operate this plane. And where they hit on these buildings, man, listen, that was a government plot on their own people, man. The whole 9/11. That's
Yeah,
my thought, man. The way these
that's
planes
my
hit
thought too.
certain buildings and how they made them just crumble, bro. You got to know the blueprint of all this shit, man.
There was bombs in
Yeah,
the
my
building the
thought.
whole way up and down. They exploded.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, that's what they say too. So that
The planes,
it was
those
already
planes,
planted into the bombing them.
those planes wasn't even real. They had drones back then, dog. Those were drone planes. They flew it and made it look like it came from the same part of the place from the airport. Nobody's taking over no plane and flying all them in that building. And
Okay,
it wouldn't have went straight through that building like the way it did.
okay. Now, if you believe that, what happened to all the passengers that was aboard plane?
They
What,
stole
what,
those planes and flew
what
them
they?
into some random place and gassed them to death, and then got rid of their remains. And nobody ever heard from them. They didn't even find all those extra remains in the building. But you know why it made perfect sense? Because there was already so many people going to die in that building that they didn't know whose parts was whose. So they was like, oh, maybe it's the people in the airplane too. Hell no. These people are evil, man. Like we thinking,
Yeah,
I'm telling you, like Don said it, and we've all been saying it, Wayne, look, they're so far ahead of us. They've been planning shit for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, man.
That's why
All
I like.
all of this
Yeah,
is part of their takeover, dog. It's all plotted and planned.
See,
Ain't
that's why I
nothing
love
and
being.
like going back to the
think they're cool.
9/11
It's
thing,
real.
like one thing that the one thing that always stuck out to me, besides for the World Trade Center, is how did y'all let a plane get that close to the
Thank
United
you.
States Defense Center, the Pentagon? Like,
yeah.
like that to me right there, like that's supposed to be our defense center. So you just let a random plane after plane just hit buildings in New York get to our national defense and run
Right.
into it. Like
And,
everything
and
all planned and
And you
set
can't
up.
fly a plane that low to the ground anyway without hitting all the power lines and
No,
cables and everything else. That's fake.
no.
yeah,
It
but
was a
whoever
cover
was
up for
doing,
that $2.3 trillion going missing.
well, they got surveillance in
Mm-hmm.
the air, man. Like whoever that was doing the surveillance should have known that them planes was not heading in the right direction. Like
Yeah,
that's why I think it was all a governmental plot, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. I mean, with all the technology in airspace and this and that, and even air traffic control, they track all these planes where they're going.
Yeah.
So it's like what anybody says, like, where the hell are you going right now? So
And a lot of these corporate families, man, they come up off of like insurance scams, man.
mm,
A lot of this shit can tie into insurance and all that too,
oh
because
yeah,
you're scamming them out of money also, man. So it's another form of that word that I say it's greed, man. And they don't care who's in the way of them trying to get what they need to get, man.
And we all know all this, but what we gonna do about it? Because like y'all said, everybody talk, but we don't do nothing. It's gonna keep happening, and they're gonna take over all of us.
Yeah.
mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I don't really know the answer
Y'all
to
ain't
that
gonna be
shit.
watching no Derrick Henry and no Ant Edwards no more because they not gonna be doing nothing either. They're gonna have to fucking listen to the military too.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna
Right.
be like, I don't give a fuck if you play football. This gun play football. You ready?
I mean, unless they're part of that secret society, man.
Nah, you're not when it comes to that. They're not a part of that.
Whoever's a part of that secret society is probably going to be one of the ones remain standing.
Not just random football and basketball players.
Yeah, you're right.
But who's to say they're not?
I mean,
Some
who's to
of them
say
are
you and
not.
I aren't? But we're not.
Yeah.
Who's to say LeBron? Who's to say LeBron's not? He's
But you
got
just
plenty of
said the
money.
biggest name in sports.
And
Nobody else. The rest of them guys, they ain't reaching no level like that.
he was down with the trafficking and all that. I mean, he want to talk about the George Floyd situation and all that, but when the Diddy thing happened, he never came out and said two words about that, did he? But you heard it out of his own mouth. Ain't nothing like a Diddy party.
Yeah.
Y'all had fun at
That's
the
the only,
parties.
only thing he said.
Everybody left that party. Everybody left those parties early. Nobody stayed. Now, one celebrity said they stayed. Everybody left early
Yeah,
for
they
some reason.
lying like a
And that party
motherfucker.
must have been empty.
Yeah.
That
I
party was
left.
empty.
I left before it got weird.
This motherfucker
Hmm.
got a big ass king size white bed outside in the yard. Like, where they do that shit at, man? Like, I don't know, man. We getting off topic, but we was talking
Yeah,
immigration. But I'm
Oh,
just saying,
hey,
man.
that's just what we do. We just start randomly bullshitting.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing
man.
wrong with that.
But when they distract us with all this, as people love to talk about it, they continuously do their plots and plans and things they're putting in the works behind the scenes, and we don't even know it. But it's
Right.
happening underneath our noses, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Not even under our nose. It's just right smack dead in our face, man.
yeah.
It's
I
it's
just wanted
like
to mention one thing, fellas, before it skipped my mind. I wanted to go back to what Chris was saying about how he thinks they're gonna do something. Just 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 remember like 2 weeks ago, for like a month straight, we were having drone spottings all over the place that nobody
Mm-hmm.
could identify enough, and now all of a sudden it stopped. You don't hear nothing about it. It was flying all over,
Yeah.
your bases and everything. Just wait if something happens now. If something does happen, it may be a drone strike. It won't be no tanks and nothing. We too far ahead of that. But
Yeah.
it's just funny that for a whole month straight, nobody could identify these objects supposedly in the air.
Yeah. The
We can't
military.
identify them, but we can look into your house and see what you're looking at on your phone through your walls and all that. But we can't identify these drones flying over people's houses. Like, so just look out for that too. Like, you may hear about some drone strikes or something.
Yeah, they
Some
could
drones
poison us with them
available.
drones. They could shoot us with them drones, blow us up with them drones. You're right. They was scoping the scenes. They was out there looking around to see what they needed to see for a reason. Man, made us think, oh, it's a missile head or a part of a nuke bomb. Ain't no shit like that out there. They looking to see what they can do to us, probably.
Could be right. Good
And they
point.
looking for
I
where
was
they
about
look
to bring
from.
that up because I was like, you ain't heard nothing about damn drones now.
But they
Past
scoped it from
week or
DC to
so.
New York, just like the Pentagon and the World Trade Center. That's their favorite places to hit.
Mm-hmm. No. No.
They like we kill them. We start with the head. We take the head out, and then we can work our way around. If DC and New York get taken out, good night to the rest of the country.
well, I researched Elon Musk he has a brother and he owns his own drone company.
Mm.
Mm.
And then
Not
you
surprising.
got Elon wanting to be on Trump's team, and now all of a sudden you're seeing all these drones flying around New Jersey,
Mm.
starting to see sightings in Virginia, down south. Like, what's really going on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are they
but y'all talking about that.
are they testing something new to try to wipe us out? Like, who's to say,
Yeah, that's
man?
what we have to question because y'all saying like there's nothing to worry about, but we can't identify it, or we don't. They're disappearing once we come up to like. What do you mean? But there's nothing to worry about. These shits as big as buses niggas is talking about in cars going around London. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, what do
Facts.
you mean? Like, I
He
don't
said big as buses.
understand the logic. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because I watched something
so
small. The military, the commander in chief, whatever, whoever it was. But he's talking about he's just ducking all the questions, and the cops like, yeah, we just all I can say is they're not military drug. Yeah, it's like really all he was saying. But we really, like you said,
And they said they're not from
yeah,
overseas.
it's like that's just all we know. We really don't know. There's just random people flying was basically what he said. Yeah, don't worry about it. Like really? Like no, you
But
don't know what the hell
I
is
also
going
heard
on.
that they could use this to make people feel like there's an alien invasion because they're gonna come back with
Yeah, that
thousands of
too.
them things in the air above us, and they know we can
Yeah.
do it. They can be like, "Oh shit!"
But to speak back on what Chris said, man, like they could switch planes for drones in the sky, man. Like it's very easy to do because like we see planes and then all of a sudden a cloud will fuck up the vision of where that plane's at, and then all of a sudden we might see that plane again. But who's to say that's not a drone now?
Mhm.
I mean, there's a
right.
lot of things that they could fucking do, man. I mean, it's control, man.
I mean, it's very unsettling when your military or so advanced country is, supposedly most powerful country and advanced country. We don't know what the hell these drones are in the sky, in our airspace.
Yeah. But we
Well,
can,
we don't know that,
but
though.
we can
We have no-
detect a lot of other things that has flown through our skies, but we can't figure what this
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, right.
I'm
And
not
it's thousands
understanding.
of them just flying around, but we can't detect it. That okay?
Right.
But look, there's
No.
nobody
And then
really
they
out
tell
there.
us on the news, "Oh, there's nothing to worry about." Man, what?
But the thing
I'm
is,
worried.
who's telling you that? Because nobody's really out there investigating or nothing now. They're like, all right, we had people, we let people see it. That's it. Nobody's questioning it no more right now. Like Don said, what happened to it? Nobody's thinking or talking about it. It's on to the next
But
thing.
is
But
it?
before you
Yeah.
know it, it's going to show back up, and people going to think, oh, we saw that already.
But that's
I'm gonna
what's
keep
so.
talking about it because I saw it again last night out here.
But that's
These motherfuckers was moving, and then all of a sudden, four of them, right above my uncle's house, they just stopped, froze, and they was just sitting there, man.
Oh, they might have been looking for Uncle.
Man, get out of here.
I ain't
Right.
gonna say. I ain't gonna say the name. They might be looking for old Uncle.
Oh,
Nah,
Lord.
they ain't looking for Unc, man. Listen, but I've seen them over top of my house, Chris. Just not at my uncle's house. They're everywhere, bro.
I mean, this wasn't recent, but I've seen a drone, fly, in my neighborhood.
I ain't
It was
gonna
like
lie. I
months
don't
ago.
see him in mine.
But I haven't seen like people seeing like
Don, you
hundreds
don't
in the
see him
sky.
either, right?
Like
Yeah,
when
they
y'all
not here in the city, man. I don't see them shits.
like when y'all come out at night, like just I mean, look up in the sky, man. Like they try to tell you back in the day, those are stars up there. Look, man, the shit I've been seeing ain't stars, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm just letting y'all know they ain't stars. I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro.
I don't know.
Wow.
Well,
Something is
guys,
going on.
well, Don and fellas, it's been fun. I guess we're on a time frame here. We gotta move on, Don. So, Don, you got anything in closing to say before you get off, man?
No, it was just definitely a great conversation. It was definitely great to talk with you fellas and chat it up and exchange minds.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need to do. And it was good to meet y'all all.
Yeah, you too, Don. I mean, hey, it was great having you on. Come on anytime.
Yeah, man, you're welcome back anytime, man. If you got something on your mind, man, let us know. We'll get you back on, brother.
No problem, fellas. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
And y'all have a
Appreciate you
great
coming
week.
on, fam.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Hey, keep your head up.
You
Keep
too.
your head up, man. Got to know what's above you.
All right, bro. All right, we'll talk to you
Y'all
later.
have a good one and have a good New Year's, everyone. Be
Yeah,
safe.
you too.
All right, man.
Thank
Stay
All
safe,
right,
my brother.
fellas.
you. So, Wayne, on to you. Your picks.
Oh, you want to go ahead and do
for
the
the
quick
week? Yeah.
parlay to wrap it up? Last
gotta
week
do
it
your
wasn't too
parlay.
good, man. Last week we had a 12-leg parlay. I only hit 8 out of 12, but the weeks before that, we was rolling good. So we're gonna try to get back on the note this week with the Bills over the Jets, Jacksonville Jaguars over the Titans, Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the Panthers, the Raiders over the Saints, the Eagles over Tony's notorious Cowboys, and Colts over the Giants, Miami over Cleveland, and I'm taking the game of the week, or I should say the game of the day, Vikings over Green Bay Packers.
Oh, that'd be a good one. There's a good games on.
Throw that in there, see how we work.
You're coming down to what the last. This ain't the last week, is no? Next week's the last week football,
Got 2
right?
games left, baby.
Yeah, 2 games left. So bad playoff implications on the line. Hey, everybody, put that in. Wayne had a bad week last week.
I had an off week. I wouldn't say a bad week.
After we tooted his horn about being undefeated for like 2 weeks in a row.
He had a great week.
Loss. He had 4 losses last week.
But he had a great week, baby, because them Washington players beat down them Eagles. Let's go.
Nah, get out of here.
Baby.
We didn't beat him down, but we beat him, and he threw 5 touchdowns. So let's go.
Yeah, that's true.
We still recording.
Yeah. Yep. So, all right. So there's Wayne's picks for the week. We just had Don Johnson on. It was great having him on, talking immigration and shit. We got into 9/11 and everything.
Yeah,
drones, everything.
You know how it is with us, though, man. A lot of topics that we choose, just to sum it up, you know what I mean? It kind of intervenes with other stuff that has been going on in the world also.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we kind of get off topic and start talking about that and this. But it all ties back in what we was talking about with the immigration stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Our fan base knows how we do it. So everybody hit us up on, Facebook. You can message us, send a message. YouTube. We got our new YouTube channel we told everybody about. Please subscribe. We're up to 16 subscribers now. So thank you very much for all those who've subscribed to our channel. So yeah, guys,
Hey,
great.
all the ones that subscribe, share the link.
Yeah,
Click
share
it
it.
down low, left corner.
Yep, share it with your friends, everything. Just a simple click.
It's not about fame. It's all about spreading the love.
All right, everybody, that great show, and we'll hit everybody up next week for next episode. And we're going to try to go live. I say what, Wednesday, Wayne? We keep saying that to everybody.
Yeah, we're gonna go Wednesday, man. We coming back Wednesday.
Y'all got to check the schedules because the NFL be having games on every day now.
We don't care about the NFL. B.W.O is bigger than the NFL.
But
now.
Wayne picks got to be in before the game started.
Yeah, that's true.
Picks are definitely going in early, so tune in Wednesday.
It'll
Post
be
that right away. Try to get you a little parlay and win you some holiday money.
Yeah, we're just trying to give everybody a little preview of our next show upcoming. So we're trying to get that together and in order, but it's hard with everybody's work schedules. So, okay, everybody have a blessed weekend. Enjoy your football.
Lineup's ready.
My what?
Your fantasy lineup. You was losing when I seen yesterday.
What, basketball?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, everybody. That's in closing. We gotta go. I gotta check my fantasy lineup. All right, Chris, Wayne, Zeb.
All right, fellas. Y'all be
Hey, man.
Talk to y'all later.
Half my motherfucking roster's out. I ain't got no fucking shot.
So everybody have a good weekend. And on that way, his old roster's out. He's done.
Yeah.
All
right, later, everybody.
Big voice, no silence, revolution televised. Ain't no good in private, not knowledge to the ignorant. Ain't never been bliss. Stand up and be heard. We the new activists. Yeah, brothers with opinion, let the convo begin. You know communication key, but then you must comprehend. Preach B.W.O. Let your voices be heard. We enlightened by the truth, and now we spreading the word. Let's go. How do we learn to live when we conditioned to die? Most people fail before they start because they don't ever try. Man, they told us we was worthless. We believed in the lie. We took it way too literal when Big said ready to die. You know the KKK turn the cops in disguise. Man, a lot done changed, but race still applies. 5-0, hands up, don't even ask why. Trayvon, Mike Brown, man, another mother's cry. Hey, B.W.O.